Hello, I'm going to do the Gemini energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so I have to charge my phone, so I had to unplug my microphone, so you may need to turn the volume up on this one. All right, so we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. All right, Gemini. What's Gemini struggling with? What's going on with Gemini? Emperor. What is it? Okay. What do you need to look at? Queen of Wands. Future energies. Kind of feeling a bunch here, so I'm just going to go with all of these. We have the King of Wands, we have the Moon, which is Pisces, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Princess of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling on the outs, you're feeling cold, you're feeling out by yourself, you're feeling frustrated. Five of Pentacles is this is just a temporary hardship, right? That you're feeling on the outside, I feel like you're wandering, that kind of came to mind. You're struggling with your power. You're struggling with your own power, your own direction, your confidence. You're struggling with which way do I go, right? There's this confusion. There's this battle back and forth. Is what do I do? Where do I go from here? You know, I feel like I've lost control. I feel like I've lost my power. I feel like I've lost my guidance. What you need to look at is that Queen of Swords is that there is that fire and that passion inside of you. That she is in there, right? That she will find a way because she always does. That this is just something that's temporary. It's a phase that you're going through. It's a struggle that you're going through. Future energies, we have the King of Wands. We have the Moon, the Two of Cups, and the Princess of Swords. So I feel like it's a new thought process. I feel like there's a shift for you. There's a change for you, that this Five of Pentacles is bringing a shift for you, and it's a change. It's a new direction for you. And it's hard for you to see that because it's almost like you're struggling in this here, that it's hard for you to see where this is going. And, you know, nobody can see into the future, and then it always makes you wonder. Of course, when you get past this phase and you look back and you're like, yeah, you know, that was right. It was a shift. It was a change. It was something going on. But when you're going through it, you can't really see what's coming in or how things are going to change or how things are going to be. You're just trying to work through the now. And definitely that's a struggle. All right, so we have Queen of Cups. You're emotional, right? You're up and down. You're all over the place. You're emotional, definitely. Could be you're struggling with your relationships because you're struggling with yourself, and then you're kind of, it's putting stress on your relationship. It could be some long-term relationships that it's putting some strain and some stress with. It could be with a Taurus. It could be some friendships that are starting to feel that strain and that struggle because you've been in this energy. I feel like it's, you know, being careful of this, right? Being aware of those relationships that it's affecting because of how you're feeling. I mean, we can't help the way that we're feeling, and we can try and work on it, but sometimes when we're just sort of in that mood, we can't really help it. But we have to see how, you know, that it's, sometimes when we're in this phase, every little thing bothers us, right? It's the littlest things, that the people that are closest to us that'll aggravate us. Sometimes it can just be the way that they're breathing or the way they're looking at us, or we're starting to make assumptions that because they did this or they did that it was against us, right? That it's a negative way. So, but I feel like there are some things, you just have to let some things slide. You just have to let some things go. You just have to let this energy go. You just have to try and not overthink it and get too caught up in this Five of Pentacles energy of this struggle that you're going through. And I know that's way easier said than done. And then look at this. We have Ace of Pentacles, a new job opportunity coming in for you, a new financial opportunity. A new direction. Sometimes when you just let things go and you let them fall into place and you don't worry about it, you're just like, I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to enjoy the day. I'm just going to enjoy the moment that I have now, right? then all of a sudden when you give up on something and you let something go, then that's usually when things start to happen. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Magician. Powerful, magical, that you're in control, having that faith and that belief, hanging in there, right? Surrounding yourself with those people that are down to earth, that are grounding, that you feel you can rely on, that maybe you need to lean on that shoulder, right, of that good friend or that person that you have that is very grounded, and you're like, hey, I got to lean on your shoulder right now. I'm struggling. And look at this. What comes in? We have the Nine of Cups. I feel like your relationship gets back on track, that your thought process starts to change. You see that this was needed over here, this struggle was needed over here in order for you to get over here. Partnership coming together. So I feel like there's a new business opportunity coming in for you. I feel like there's a new partnership, that your relationship gets back on track, that your professional life gets back on track, your finances get back on track with this beautiful Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there are all these good things coming in, but it's just something that you have to wait for. You have to hang in there. And I know that that's hard, right? That's the hardest part to do, is like, how do I hang in there? I don't want to hang in there. I need for this to happen now. But I feel like what you need to look at now is those relationships that, if you're feeling this way, that you're careful with these relationships, right? That you don't let this mood, that this energy affect those relationships that you have around you, that you keep the faith, that you let go of those frustrations, which I know it's easier said than done, but that this is coming in for you, right? This Ace of Pentacles and this Nine of Cups coming in, this Two of Cups coming in. You can't see it, right? Because you can't see the future. And it's almost like kind of waiting it out and seeing when it happens. But when the time is right, everything will fall into place, that everything will be shown to you, that everything will be displayed, that everything. And then when you get to this point, you look back, like I said before, that you'll say, yeah, I see why that happened now. Maybe there's something else that you need to be doing right now. Maybe you need to be working on your friendships. Maybe you need to be working on your relationships. Maybe there's something else that you need to focus on while you're waiting for this to come in for you, that there's other things that you need to focus on, other directions. Maybe you need to focus on things that are more fulfilling to you in different ways that you weren't able to get to before, but that now you have the time or the opportunity to focus on those things that helps you to have your cup overflow and gives you that fulfillment, and focus on those things and distract your mind while you're waiting for this, right? Where you're waiting for this to happen. And to keep yourself busy. You know, it's like when you're at work and you have something exciting happening after work, right? But you're like, oh my gosh, I have to get through this whole entire work day. And you keep looking at the clock, looking at the clock, looking at the clock. And it's like, this day is the slowest day on record. And why does it have to be the slowest day today? Because I have this exciting thing to do after work. But if you get busy and you get yourself into work, or you start focusing on something, or you start taking your mind and stop looking at the clock, then all of a sudden you look up and an hour's gone by and you're like, oh wow, that was a fast hour, right? That went by really quick. So I feel like that's that. While you're waiting for this to come in, work on this. Occupy your mind on something else, right? So let's get, let's get some of these. We'll get a final message here from the universe for Gemini. Hang in there, don't give up, okay? Don't give up, hang in there, okay? I feel like you're almost there, right? I feel like it's coming in, I feel like it's heading in for you. Change is coming in for you. Again, we have the King of Pentacles, which represents business and opportunity and money and being patient and being determined and hanging in there. Hang in there, change is coming. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So that's reiterates the message that's up here. Just hang in there. Don't give up. I know that it's frustrating. I know you want to be to this point already, but change is coming. All right, so let's grab a Star Dragons card to close out for Gemini. We have returning, going with the flow, right? Going with the flow. Even though it's frustrating right now and you're like, I'm in this Five of Pentacles energy and I'm getting really frustrated, I'm getting irritated, I'm getting agitated. But going with the flow and to not fight the process, and that maybe there's something else that you need to look at or focus on, and kind of realizing that and putting your attention on that. All right, and then let's get an animal oracle for Gemini. Cat spirit, claim your independence, right? Claim your independence. Focus on what's important to you. Take some time for you. Maybe you need some pampering. Maybe you need to focus on you. Maybe you've always been focusing on other people or other things, and maybe because of this lull or this break that's going on for you right now, that it's time to claim your independence and focus on those things that make you happy, that bring you this Ace of Cups, this emotional fulfillment, that bring you this happiness. Focus on that. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.